Usually racism is correct.
So what's the racist thing about Filipinos that we need to know?
Well, so
warn us.
Filipino dudes are known to be crazy, toxic gaslighters. And so I was like, oh, that seems like Filipino symptoms that
they gotta cheat on you.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of The Careful Boys, where again we gotta give props to everybody who joins us on the Patreon.
Thank you guys.
Hello. When you are a patron, you can jump in the Discord community with us and submit some questions and articles. And this one is submitted by Aruri. Aruri? What is your go-to approach if you found out that someone you were close with was bad-mouthing you behind your back?
I would pull him aside and ask him what's going on. 100%.
Yeah, right. I would stand across the room. Stand across the room like this.
I've done it before. It's the best.
The best way is to, you know the information, and now you're vindictive, and now you're gonna f with them.
Keep it in the back of your head forever?
No.
Well, what have you done in the past? That's probably, we're so old we probably haven't been in this situation.
I was in the situation and so it was really in a roundabout way because it was more about my chick and she had a quarrel with another girl, right? And I had to go to a bachelor party with her boyfriend, and so instantly it was gonna be weird. And so I just walked in. I was like, "Hey, dude, you and me, let's just go talk real quick before anybody gets here." Like, cause the bachelor hadn't come yet, and so I just wanted to handle it real quick. And I was like, "Hey, what's going? Like, I don't know what's going on with the girls and all that shit, but like, you have a problem with me? I don't have a problem with you, like that kind of shit." And then we was like, "All right, we're good."
But you heard he was talking shit, or you were just...
I didn't know if he was talking shit.
Oh.
So I wanted to, I know that the girls were talking shit on each other, and so I just wanted to...
What girls always do.
I know. This was like a decade ago, but it was very helpful that I did that because then we had a great time.
It's a big move.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just the best way to do it, because if you have awkwardness with somebody, you might as well just bring it up.
I think there's a difference between like I've heard someone say something about me that was true, like I did do something f***ed up, and it makes me like reconsider myself and make changes, and it's actually very useful sometimes. And then there's times where like it's just somebody's opinion and it's kind of like based on something else. I just, for the rest of my life, consider that person retarded.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what's considered talking shit, and two, I expect everybody to talk shit.
Yeah.
Like I expect everybody to make fun of me, say something behind my back, all that, because that's natural. People get together, they vent, they make funny observations, but it's not really shit talking. They still love you. But like people all do that. That's just normal. And sometimes assholes will take that information and then they'll give it to you because they want to stir up drama.
Yeah.
And that, I actually hate the tattletale because that wasn't meant to be for my ears. That was supposed to be someone's just like venting because they had an issue with me that they couldn't confront me about.
Yeah.
And then they're just saying their shit, but they don't really not dislike me. But I can tell if someone actually dislikes me. Like, when someone doesn't really like me, it's like you can see when they're. It's like they. Yeah, they can't be for sure.
I think this guy doesn't like.
But the cattiness, like guys that are not real, like they can't be straight up. Like I'm just like
covert.
Yeah, you can see that shit. You know, they're kind of weird. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's like at this age, dude, who the fuck cares?
You want to hear a kind of sad story?
Like Omicron sad? Or
Here we go.
Yeah, that I can tell while Ken goes get the food.
And then someone dies?
No. It's sad because it's like really was like a big deal at the time. But there was a point in high school where like one of my best buds started to have feelings for my girlfriend at the time. And then I guess like they had been writing letters to each other and shit. And I found out about this like I found out a little bit later.
I bet you he still has the letters.
No. This was like one of my high school best friends. And then so like he at some point he had tried to like stir up a notion that like I was not good to her.
Oh, that's fucked.
So he was like talking about it to like a bunch of
good move.
Like friends of our circle being like, "Oh, Ryan's like really abusive. Like we need to do something about this." It got
Smart
so
man.
gay. This got so gay to the point where like he held like a prayer, like with the guys for us to pray about like my relationship.
Everybody in that room should got jumped.
And you were there too?
And I was there, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And because he wanted to be with her, so like that's.
He wanted to break you up
Yeah, he
to
wanted to break
steal
us up.
her.
So he was like praying about. He's like, may Ryan stop abusing his chick.
Basically, but not with those words. And then it got so extreme that like he had told my teacher at school that I was like possessive over my girlfriend, who didn't go to the school, by the way. So he doesn't. He told my history teacher, and she gave this lecture to the class directed at me without actually like addressing it to me about how we should treat the girls that we're like dating and how like no woman should be owned by a man. And I was like,
What fucked up is she just took his words for face value.
I know exactly. I was like, she would walk around the room talking and then look at me like this as her lecture's going. I'm like,
Incredible.
you fucking kidding? And then so me and him had this like massive falling out, and then we didn't talk for like over a decade.
Wait, did you know that that was happening, or was it in?
I found out after I broke up with her because she showed me the letters they had and shit.
Oh, so
But when the teacher was talking about the relationship stuff, did you know that, or were you like, why isn't she talking?
I didn't know it at that moment. I thought we were just like having a normal, but this was U.S. history. I was like, why are we?
That's what I'm saying.
So wait, why did your girlfriend at the time keep talking to him and doing this? So she was kind of cheating.
She was. I don't know if they like did anything, but she was into it a little bit. And then when we broke up, then she told me all that stuff. And then I found out later. It was like, yeah, the reasoning behind it was kind of complicated, but it had a lot to do with the fact that this best friend of mine, he was dating my cousin previously, like a couple years back, and I had to tell my cousin that he was cheating on her. So he harbored that a little bit, and then like it fucked with our thing later. But like years later, like one of our best friends in high school, his mom passed away, and we were at the funeral together, and he came up to me and was like, everything that happened back there, he's like, I just wanted to apologize for it. And I hadn't talked to this guy in like 12 years. And we were just like, oh shit. I'm like, I've never confronted the issue. Like I always knew it happened, but I never talked to one person about it.
So you knew because your ex told you after you guys broke up, but you're just like, oh, okay.
Well, he knew just because we stopped being friends, and it was like when anybody would ask, like, damn, what happened to you guys? Like, I don't know what he was telling people.
What were you telling people?
I never got asked really, because by the time I left high school, I just wasn't hanging out with a lot of people from high school anymore.
How did you process when your ex-girlfriend told you all that stuff?
It fucked me up pretty bad. I was just like, damn, I can't admit it to anybody because it was like so like embarrassing. I was like, damn, that fucking to like go under you like that and have all this thing happen. I was just like,
It feels like a rug pull from both sides.
yeah. Which was like, by the time I found that out, I had already broken up with her anyway, so it didn't sting that way. It just was like such a messy feeling of like, damn, because a lot of those guys are. I'm really cool with all of them now, and crazy enough, this last wedding that I was at a couple months ago, my cousin married someone in his family, and so me and him were there together in the Philippines, and now we're related because through marriage, me and that guy,
What the hell?
and it's like we just have such a crazy like history together that it's like, damn.
Did you forgive him immediately when he's like, hey, sorry about all that, or were you
I
like?
did, because like that was high school shit, and like I think we're both really fucking embarrassed by that whole.
Did you get back at him though at the wedding? You should have held a prayer for him.
I did.
Like, yo, this guy, he was hanging out in the red light district.
I did
And he was
almost.
spending a little too much money over there.
I did almost like do something really bad at the time, because right when I found out, I was like super heated, and I went to his house. And I never go to this guy's house because I'm not. He lives in like a condo with his like mom and dad and then 4 brothers. So like they just don't have people over. But I like showed up, and then I think like he knew that I was there for something bad, and he didn't
Retribution.
come downstairs. And his brothers all answered the door, and they were
Each
like,
each brother at a time, but he's like, no, but he's not home. He's not home.
yeah. I'm glad that it didn't. Nothing happened, because I was nuts so back then. So it was good.
I'm glad you calmed down now.
Yeah.
Now he gets revenge like this. You know.
But I really like. I love that dude. Like it's such a, because it's high school, and like obviously I wouldn't have stayed with her anyway. Like who stays with her high school girl?
Only a
Can I give a racist prediction?
Yes.
Is he Filipino?
He's half.
I
Yeah.
knew it.
What's the other half?
Japanese.
Whoa. That's a crazy mix.
That Bart.
No,
He's
it's
the
just-
perverted.
it's
That's the
just-
perverted side.
No, it's just whenever something happens,
She was Filipino
usually
too.
racism is correct.
You thought it was Korean?
So what's the racist thing about Filipinos that we need to know?
Well, so
Warn us.
no. So Ryan says this all the time, but Filipino dudes are known to be crazy, toxic gaslighters. And so I was like, oh, that seems like Filipino symptoms that.
They have like a Casanova gene.
So if he's like,
They gotta cheat on you.
Japanese pervert and a
Trying to-
Filipino player.
yeah, cheating on your cousin, trying to break you guys up, squeeze himself in, gaslit the teacher so the teacher can give a special class.
I think like that because of that, I still like. I don't hold grudges,
You got
but
trust issues?
I really have a grudge against that teacher for
It
it.
sounded like he was trying to convince himself of this as well.
I think so. I think he admitted that later. Yeah, he definitely admitted that later. But that teacher, the nerve of her, like, she'll always ask me to come back and talk to the students about shit and like be like an alumna. Like, I'm like, you don't fucking remember like what you did? That's so fucked up.
This is all starting to make a little bit of sense right now.
Why?
Why?
Like, you know, it's like Ryan's Omicron, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's got to be inspiration points in his journey.
Orange's story?
Yeah.
Trust
Why does
nobody.
he think the way he thinks? And,
His best friend fucking backstabbed.
somebody, but it's such a clever
That'll change your
backstab,
life.
right? It's such a like convince the entire ecosystem
Legit.
around him that he's the issue through something.
So that's gaslighting.
yeah, that's like on some next level high school
When
shit.
I was a kid, I used to like check my closet for the boogeyman. Now I look under the bed for Omicron, dude.
I see tattered jeans. Is that? Oh, thank
I
God.
do have your gate code.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. He's gonna live pretty close to me.
I'd give him some grace though, because my ex could have been feeding him stuff and thriving off of the attention.
I think mine.
And then so he's like, oh, I gotta save her now.
Yeah.
Fucking save her. Because I'm like, dude, she has to take accountability for fucking basically cheating on you at that time.
And I know the point where it started. I can pinpoint the exact moment.
Was it the love letter?
The story just sounds crazier and crazier. There was a situation where her dad had literally beat the shit out of her one day.
Oh,
She had a really abusive father, and
Asian style.
she lived in West Covina, and his house is the closest to her house. So I picked her up, rescued her from her own dad, brought her to his house so that we could like patch her up. And then there was a moment where he was like kind of tending to her wounds, and they were just looking at each other, and I was like,
They got deep right here between me and Ryan for a second.
no way.
Damn,
no
that's a
way.
movie.
I think they like.
You're like, give me that cotton swab.
They
I'll
like
do it.
trauma bonded in that instant, and then that's when they started talking to each other behind my back.
That's why I don't touch nobody's wounds.
Yeah, bro. You gotta. Hey, here's some guys. You can do it.
I'm a fall in love, man.
Nick gets hurt at jujitsu. Bart's all like, oh, Nick, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Fucked up. Yeah.
I kind of like Nick now.
I've never seen him so wounded before. Let me take care of you.
That dad was Filipino too.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I don't know.
Stole the backstory and was like, Ryan's abusive.
Right. I was like, wait a minute.
I had to clean her up one day after Ryan tuned her up.
Yeah.
Dude, that's some dark shit. Imagine them going to school, even though I know that girl doesn't go to your school. Imagine going to school and she's got like scratches or bruises, and then the friend's like, Ryan did that.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Crazy.
But that's a move a high schooler would do
crazy.
to try to get at a chick. You know, like they would.
But she's so stupid. She don't remember her dad did it.
It was so bad she had to stay at our house for a while with my parents.
Damn.
And then her dad found our house, old school style, using the fucking Thomas guide, and he just showed up at my mom.
I want my daughter.
Yeah, literally like that.
And did your dad go, no?
No, my dad wasn't old, but my mom was like, "Oh, we should let her go."
She needs another beating.
It was really dramatic. It was a dramatic senior year.
That was your senior year.
Yeah, that's all. All of that happened my senior year of high school. Yeah,
High school fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
Senior year is a TV show.
Crazy.
shit's so over dramatic though. But it's like you kind of like, I don't know if it's like you're making it dramatic or you're gravitating toward it, but like.
Everyone's making everything.
Yeah.
dramatic,
Something
though.
about like that
Everybody,
life.
all the
it's like
time.
all of these things could have been solved in a very minimalistic, easy way, but we always chose the higher, like,
Yeah.
more tumultuous route. I don't know. It was just like more exciting to have a fucking life back then.
I think we're just dumb.
Yep.
So we just use dumb ways to solve shit.
Our reference
Yeah.
our movies and shit, because they would do that in every TV show.
Yes,
Where it's
yeah.
like, we have to hold an intervention for this guy.
Yeah.
Jesse's addicted to caffeine pills.
Movie in high school. It's the worst thing ever.
It's like what everybody did.
Some people never grew out of that.
Yeah, everybody still does.
Some
that.
people
Everybody's
never
like
grew
the
out of
main
that.
character.
They want a medal and shit.
Yeah, some people never grow out of that. That's the dangerous part. Yeah.
How about call the police? But nobody in the Asian community does that shit.
Nah,
They handle within.
they don't do that.
They don't even call the police when they get robbed.
Also, like, fuck the police era.
Yeah.
True.
They're the enemy, brother.
You know what is incredible and very mature of what Joe said earlier that's still randomly rattling in my brain?
What?
I know, it's incredible. But Joe's talking about how you just expect everyone to banter and talk shit about you in some version, whether it be like venting or lighthearted or just bonding with other homies in a different situation. And it's not meant for my ears, therefore I'm more mad at the person who's telling me. And just being okay knowing that, like, if you just expect that, you know, then it's like
Cost of business.
us willing to talk shit on Steve when he's not here, but it's not because we don't like him. It's because, like, that's like part of what makes us a relationship group as well.
Yeah.
You know?
It's fun.
But I don't like you. But the point is,
I'll do that.
Context. Once it leaves that convo, it's out of context. It's not packaged the right way. The other person, you don't know what state of mind they are when they hear it, and it fucks them up.
I think I had a hard time with that when I was younger too. Not just accepting that, like, that exists. Like, I do it. I'd be a hypocrite to be offended when somebody else kind of talks shit about me in a certain way. When I'm like, motherfucker, I do that to everybody all the time in every
But there's
context.
a difference between talking shit and, like, just like goosing your friend a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, there's a real shit talker is like dredging up crazy shit.
That's a shit talker wants you to persuade someone not to like them, like based off of their experience.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Like
why I
when-
think it depends on what shit talking is. And like
when
how you
Bobby
define
Hundreds
it.
is here, right? And like I'm just like, it would be really funny if Bobby Hundreds, when he ever met Anthony, it'd be really funny if Bobby Hundreds was like, oh, is this that 9/11 guy? Like, I was like, that, you know, like, that's not shit talking, because it's like you're just like,
Or when you're like, hey Bobby, you ever heard of the air sesh? And I think these guys copied you, man.
yeah, shit like that. It's like, that is just so fucking dumb. Like, to me, it's not shit talking. But if you're a
I
really
think
literal,
that's flirting real good on the line.
To see, it's for you to see and go, fucking Steve.
it's not. But people who take things too literally maybe are like, oh, that's crazy.
You're just on a tightrope on the line. You're like, is this shit
No,
talking?
that's
Made for you to see.
so far from the line. But imagine if I was just like, oh, this guy, like, he fucking, you know, cheats on his girl all the time, or whatever, like that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's not really funny. That's just like, yo.
That's not funny. Imagine
like,
telling
what
Bobby
the
Hundreds.
It's like, okay, well.
you're all the time, and like, yeah.
Why are you telling me this right now?
He got married, but then like that night he was with another girl, like for the wedding night, shit like that. Like, that's actually crazy shit.
You told Bobby Hundreds that?
No, he just went, Bobby, do you know Kinjas? And he was like, I'm not familiar. And then Steve looks at the camera and goes,
He's like, yeah.
I do remember that. That's so fucking stupid. That's so stupid. Like, see, nobody's ever heard of Kinjas.
like, you win now.
That's so dumb.
Do you think for shit talking? Do you think for shit talking it has to be a lie? Because sometimes people will know something personal or secret about you, and to damage your character, they'll say that in a group to hurt your reputation. So it's true, because I know you mentioned earlier is like, if it's true about me or whatever, you know, then. But I was like, that's still, to me, that's still shit talking.
I don't think it has to be a lie.
Yeah, it could be,
I
right?
think it's the intention.
Yeah, if you're
trying to be
seeking
messy.
to hurt your rep, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to make someone look
Someone's
bad.
trying to hurt your rep, like behind your back, that's shit talking.
Because I don't like when other people come to me and they go, oh, this, you heard about this guy? He fucking sucks. Like,
Yep.
I don't like that either if I know who they're talking about. But if I don't know and they're trying to protect me from doing bad business or like, you know, being seen with the wrong person, then I can understand that.
I like to like, if I say it about you, I say it to your face. I say it in any room that I'm in, same way. You know what I mean? Legit. Like, that's how I like to be. I don't know if I'm perfect at that, but that's what I try to do.
I don't know. At this age, though, it's like, dude, who the fuck cares what people say behind your back, dude? Like, come on.
I mean, for someone to care that you won't like the same person they won't like is pretty dumb at this age.
Agreed.
But I want you guys to not like the people I like.
But I do
Like, as homies.
Fuck Jeremy. The two-facedness is what's disappointing. So in front of you, they'll be like, oh, I love this guy, he's the best, whatever, and then they're actually being malicious behind your back.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to know that you admirably love the people you talk shit about most.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's why we talk shit about this show on the show.
On the show.
Exactly.
It's part of
In
it.
front of us.
Yeah.
Part of it.
Exactly. But we love the show.
Yeah, because
Off camera.
Yeah, no.
Off
Yeah.
Don't
Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Cut that out.